Welcome back to 13 News Now at noon. Okay, I know I'm talking to a lot of folks here. Our pets, very important to us. They're just like our children, our babies. So it can be really nerve-wracking when they're sick or they're injured. But this weekend, there's a class happening that will give you an opportunity to learn pet first aid. And here to tell us more about it is the class instructor, Jennifer Maroney. We're so glad to have you here today. You brought your friend. Does your friend have a name?
No.
No, okay. He's just here for demonstration.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. So we're talking about pet first aid, and a lot of folks, even ones that love their pets, might not know that pet first aid is a thing. Can you tell us about it and how it's different from human first aid?
Absolutely. Pet first aid is all about recognizing when something is not quite right with your pet, and knowing what the first steps are, primarily before you take them to the vet. And the whole point of that is to reduce the possibility of further injury or illness, and of course alleviate some pain that they may be feeling.
Yeah.
Not only is physiology a little bit different, but our pets can't tell us where it's hurt or what's wrong. So a big part of pet first aid is playing pet detective, and then also knowing what is normal for your pet. So we spend a lot of time in the first aid class really understanding what is normal with most cats and dogs, and then learning how to understand what is normal with the personal pets in your care.
So it's like paying attention to your animal and knowing your specific animal. This isn't right. Now it's time to act.
Exactly.
Okay, so we know that it's time to administer first aid, but I understand there is CPR and CPCR. So what's the difference between these two, and how do you know when to use which?
Well, they're actually really the same.
Okay.
You know, CPR is kind of like saying I'm going to Xerox. It's just that common term. But and this is actually also true with humans, what they have discovered is it takes a good 3 minutes to produce the blood and oxygen completely through the body. And when we talk CPR, we're talking the heart and the lungs. But our real focus is, with any CPR or CPCR, is to get that blood and oxygen back up into the brain. We want to continually have that moving, because if we can keep the brain activity active, whether it's a cat, a dog, or even a human, then we have a much better chance of success. So the newest protocol says 4 rotations, 30 compressions, 2 breaths, 4 times. You're almost talking a good, 2 to 3 minutes before you even stop and check to see if things are functioning again.
Absolutely. And I noticed that our friend here is kind of wrapped up. Is that kind of part of the class? Like you'll learn kind of how to help him a little bit? Yeah,
we spend a lot of time doing hands-on in the second half, and part of it is how do we properly bandage a wound so that we can reduce that blood loss and get them to the vet.
Awesome. I think we have about 30 seconds left or so. Definitely want to let you know when the class is. Can you tell us a little bit more information about the class? I know we're going to pull up some information here on the screen as well, but what do folks need to know if they want to sign up?
They can sign up on the website. Of course, the good thing to know is that it is a 6-hour class. So it's a full 6-hour commitment. We schedule about 7 hours. Bring a lunch, bring some snacks, and bring a stuffed animal to practice on, because a lot of things we don't want to do on a healthy pet.
I was going to say, so don't bring your actual pet. Okay, good advice there. And outside of pet owners, do you recommend anybody else take this class?
Certainly. I love working with our groomers, our trainers, pet sitters, anybody who is entrusted with the care of somebody else's cat or dog is a great class for them. Not only is it going to give them peace of mind, it's also going to give the pet parent peace of mind that they've got their fur babies in the right hands.
Awesome. Now before we go, the contact information if they want to sign up, website, phone number, give us those details.
Certainly. Website is crittersittersandmore.com. And you can always call us at our office number, which is 757-268 9644.
Perfect. Some vital information for our babies. We know we have a lot of pet lovers out there, so hopefully they can sign up for this class. Jennifer, thank you so much for joining us and for sharing this information. We'll be right back.